As nearby states move to end their emergency declarations, Governor Cooper says North Carolina needs to stay in place. Our Capitol reporter Michael Hyland is live in Raleigh. Michael, the governor just signed a new executive order today.
Right, that extends the emergency declaration for another 7 weeks, keeping in place the mandate to wear a mask in places like hospitals and in schools. He says that emergency declaration is still needed for the state to still have flexibility when it comes to federal funding dealing with the pandemic. More than 400 days since businesses first closed and our lives changed dramatically, North Carolina is still under a state of emergency.
It's an important part of getting this pandemic behind us.
With improvements in our COVID-19 metrics and vaccinations widely available, Republicans wrote a letter this week asking Cooper to say how he'll determine the emergency will end. Cooper says the emergency declaration helps the state with waiving regulations, getting vaccines to people faster, and paying for all of that.
There are a lot of other streams of federal money that are important in an emergency situation.
South Carolina's Republican governor ended their state of emergency this week.
We no longer need those emergency powers.
Virginia's Democratic governor will do the same at the end of this month.
There are certain things that we're working through, and it's a month. I don't think that's too extreme.
Cooper is keeping a limited indoor mask mandate in effect, requiring them in places like hospitals, schools, and airports, like the CDC recommends. Republican Senate leader Phil Berger says it's time for the people running those places to make their own decisions about that. He points out there's been no spike in cases since the governor largely ended the mask mandate last month.
I don't see that there is a continuing need for there to be an executive order that mandates masks at any place in the state of North Carolina.
That new executive order runs until the 30th of July. Cooper pointed out that the vaccine lottery he announced yesterday was organized using some of the tools of the emergency declaration, but today he did not outline how he'll determine when to end it. Live in Raleigh, Michael Hyland, CBS 17 News.